What's up, YouTube? It's your boy. It's your boy, and you back on Oxcore Reviews. And we taking another look at this Big Jook Yo Gotti situation, man. Um, I don't know who this guy is, but he got a lot of facts. So I wanted to review what he's saying with y'all. Before we get started though, I just want to take a moment to let y'all know where we are at this like point in time. Like, people on the internet may know more than what you know about something that happened to your own family member. That's a crazy time to be in. Like, I couldn't imagine being Yo Gotti. I would have to stay off the internet. Like, I would definitely have to stay off the internet because all you seeing is pictures of your brother. Then they have his actual body laid out. Now, I know Big Jook from other videos I watched, he was trolling Dolph after he died and stuff. Crazy. Crazy. I get all that, but that's between that man and this man. We just spectating and making our speculations. And, famous people, we kind of feel like they can take anything, but at the same time, bro, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's all I'm gonna say. But hey, man, this what we here for, so let's get into it.
You're not a wise man unless you use your own wisdom. They can't wait to face you, so they try to snake you. Stay alert to stay alive. Watch your back at all times. This was the last Instagram post of the now deceased Big Jook, Yo Gotti's older brother. They did hit him yesterday at a funeral in Memphis.
Yeah, that post was crazy though. That kind of remind me of like how Nipsey Hussle went out when he was like, "It's a blessing to have strong enemies." Yeah. We saw that footage.
And he was sitting in a truck with his mother, who jumped out the back and ran away. I'm sure they would have shot her if she was in the way. She wasn't the target, but she could have caught one. So, Big Jook, the people think is...
That's another crazy thing. Yo Gotti mama in the car with her son. I'm guessing him and Big Jook got the same mama. And they don't even care. They go to blowing with the mama in the car. That's boy. Man, like, think about Yo Gotti was just there. He probably just hugged his mama. He probably just dapped up his brother. Last time seeing your brother at a funeral. And then that happened. That's a lot. That's a lot.
Is at the center of the conspiracy against young Dolph. He's no more. So let's explore what could have possibly happened. So first, let's go back. About 6 months ago, a guy named CEO Teasy of the Chula Mafia, he was gunned down. And there's been a bunch of murders of the Chula Mafia, which is probably the group of people that it seems like was paid. If you think it was by a Big Jook through Yo Gotti, then it was through them. But it was the people that are charged with killing them, with killing Dolph, that are sitting in jail, Chula Mafia. And you can watch some of my stuff or other people's stuff that break down the whole Chula Mafia thing and personal animosities and etc. And supposedly the price tag was $150,000. And Govan Hernandez is who got that money. Govan Hernandez, of course, is the guy charged with conspiracy along with the shooters, but he got let out on $90,000 bail. He's walking around. He's been out. Kind of weird.
That is weird.
Criminal justice and politics go in some of these highest crime cities. Your St. Louis's, your Memphis's, probably Baltimore. And see, I know Detroit and I know how it goes. Cities are big cities. There's a lot going on. They're not as, New York or LA or something, Chicago. You're only going to corrupt it so much because those are still real cities. They got bad parts and they got normal parts, and there's so much legal business going on. They're not going to let it get too out of control. I don't know what goes on in Memphis, but wouldn't surprise me if Yo Gotti had his tentacles into the criminal justice system there in some sense. The one shooter that's in custody, he got in trouble because he filmed a music video on his cell phone in jail, which of course you're not supposed to have. Right after he got arrested, he released it. Right when they were getting charged, he got a lot of publicity for it. So he used the Young Dolph thing to further his rap career. And the judge that actually punished him for that, Judge Coffey, recused himself. He took himself off the case recently. So the for sure ringleader, well, in terms of alleged, Govan Hernandez, he's out on bond. The brother of the shooter that's in custody, straight drop, He just pled guilty to 3 counts to accessory after the fact. So those are probationable offenses. Accessory after the fact means you come to my house, oh man, I just killed somebody, and I say, oh, I'll get ready to gun, and I'll throw the cell phone, or here's some money for a ticket, or I'm gonna drive you to the bus station, or I'm gonna drive you out of town, or whatever happened. I think he drove him to Indiana. That's what happened. But back to Big Jook. So I saw the photograph. My boy sent it to me. Big Jook laying on. I guess he got shot in the car and stumbled out, laying on the curb, bloody. Like he got him in the head.
Man, did y'all see that picture though? That picture crazy, man. And then you got what's so crazy about this? That's a regular bystander that took that picture and released it. So somebody was like close enough to be by them and released it. Like that'd be so weird to me. Like, why would you do that? Like, and I get it. A lot of people feel more in tune with Dolph than Yo Gotti Camp. Like they feel like what they did to Dolph was wrong. You kinda can't help but feel that way the way it planned out, and then you hear about all the stuff young Dolph was doing, and like what when he got killed, he was down there to give out some turkeys. I think yeah, he was down there to give out some turkeys. Or he just had did it, or he was about to do it. But anyway, he was in his neighborhood, was going to show love to a local cookie shop. Like he sounded like a cool person. You hear about the money he gave away, the apartments and stuff he was setting up, the housing type stuff. So it's like a lot of people that's not even involved with Dolph has picked Dolph's side. And it's like they looking for like, yes, they getting back for Dolph. And it seems like it's a lot of smoke. Boy, like why is y'all still coming to Memphis, boy? Memphis seems like a no-fly zone right now. I'm not gonna lie. It seems like that's a no-fly zone. If he with CMG. Yeah.
He was in a car with another guy and his mother. I don't think, or was the other guy his mother? There was someone else in the car. The guys, the shooters, because there's all type of witnesses, were 2 black males who came in and sat in the service, and they were probably seeing was there security. And when they saw that there wasn't, they left out and hung around, circled around, and they got him. Why Big Jook didn't have security, or maybe he thought he did, and people were slacking.
Now that part I heard that was a lie. I think in Seti Nash video, or maybe somebody video, they said somebody was saying that the people came in the service and sat in the back row. But there's somebody, I think it was Seti Nash, or maybe it was King AK-47, said that that's like you can see how big the funeral is, like that parking lot where you seen the crime scene that don't match that. So that couldn't have been where it happened at. I don't know. I mean, either way, it wasn't too far. You know what I'm saying? If they caught him at the funeral, the repass, either way, they had to be lurking. They had to be watching him. They had to see him park. They had to like kind of know where he was parked at or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. But people are saying that this is not this place you looking at right now, on the funeral place. This is not where it happened. It happened at the repass. Just
And so,
pointing
what
out.
was this funeral? They're saying that it was for some drug dealers or drug kingpins. I don't know about that. A lot of people in certain neighborhoods and cities have sold drugs at one time, but it was a guy named Eric Bovan. And Bovans, back in the 80s and like 89, had a big conspiracy case. Pretty big. I mean, not that big. It was maybe 100 kilos, which is, a lot, but some people sell 100 kilos a couple times a week for years on end. Eric Bovan, I found an article he made the Washington Post in a tangential article about the U.S. Marshals selling off seized jewelry from DRUG cases. He had a big plate like that big. There's some photos of him that said Las Vegas Eric, because he liked to go in Las Vegas, surrounded in rubies, and Las Vegas Eric and like 168 diamonds or something. So Eric Bovan did about 10 years, so from maybe say 89 to 99, maybe he got parole in 97. And then in 09, when the Craig Petty's case was going on, he popped up back in the news cycle because he was going to court at the same time Petty's was. Of course, Petty's had that huge case with LaBarbie, the CA Artel member. But Bovan's case in 09 was for pharmaceuticals. He had a crooked doctor, and he would go and get 20, 30 prescriptions at a time and then sell them. So it's a lucrative business. I mean, you're not going to make quite the volume of money, but probably a higher profit margin.
Ain't gonna lie, I zoned out on the picture. Yeah, I saw the picture. Fam was fresh. Like he had the Rick James Prince style going. Then he had the shimmering suit. Like fam, was turned up. That's Memphis, huh? They did this in Memphis, huh? So this where Yo Gotti get his swag from, like in his rap. You know, he heard about it probably his whole life. Probably used to tell him stories and stuff. Hmm. Makes sense.
Less penalty, easier quality of people to deal with as far as the customers. But Bovan's sort of defense, or how he didn't get much time then, was he had already had several strokes. So Eric Bovan, you'll see in these photos, was, like a real cool guy in Memphis. He had a club. Supposedly that Memphis juke dancing is popular. The Bovans either made up or it got popular in their club. Mr. B's, I think it was called, for Bovan. He dressed suave, handsome.
Bovan slick kind of look like Yo Gotti right there, like right up in there. Nah, am I reaching? That's supposed to be like your uncle, right? Yo Gotti, but like imagine like he had the temp fade right there with the low cut and the waves. That's Yo Gotti, right? Am I tripping? I might be tripping, bro. I don't know.
Handsome guy, but I guess heavy cocaine user. So he had a bunch of strokes. He had like 2 or 3 strokes before even the pharmaceutical case.
Dang.
And he had another stroke not long after that, and he just died. I think he was only 62, and that's whose funeral they were at. And of course, his family, like Gotti's sister and stuff, was posting on their Instagram stories where they were going to be. And whoever this was, sure seems like it would have something to do with Dolph. There's been a lot of murders of Trilla Mafia people connected to black youngsters like persona non grata. If I had to guess what happened, Big Jook was in charge of the operation. Black youngster was kind of doing things on his own and not getting the job done, and Gotti distanced himself from him because he was making him hot. Big Jook, though, was making fun. He did that infamous post where he showed a mural that had, I think, NLE Choppa, Yo Gotti, and Dolph in the middle. And he said, why would you put a bitch ass, in the middle between 2 real ones? I think he made fun of Gotti on made fun of Dolph on the anniversary of Dolph's death. Just recently, Dolph's fiance.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, go back to how he said like Big Jook now was like the real head. Like Yo Gotti got it in the street. I mean, not in the street, but in the rap. But Jook was the one in the streets. But I remember on that song, Play With Your, Dolph was talking about friend. I guess Big Jook. I guess that's what he was talking about. He fronted. Yeah, I forgot where I was gonna go with that, man. My mind went blank. That's crazy. Yeah, let's keep going.
Fiance went into Rolling Stone magazine to complain about lack of movement on the case. These guys have been in custody 2 years. Govan Hernandez, the ringleader's out on bail. And of course, Govan Hernandez's daughter was gunned down there in Houston. And people were trying to say, well, she just left a dice game with the Prince as well. She didn't get robbed. She was just driving in Houston and someone pulled up, gunned her down. How did they know who she was in the car?
Man, that's what I meant. Boy, they is stepping for Dolph, bro. Like if this is not, let's just be real. It seemed like they whacking the whole tree. They taking the branch by branch, and then they finna take the whole. Whatever metaphor you need, but they whacking. They getting it done. I ain't never seen this much smoke behind a rapper, bro. Like, not in my lifetime, not that I remember. Like, this is wild. Like, they ain't even do this for Nipsey, you know what I'm saying? Like, or maybe they did. Or maybe it was just on some renegade stuff what happened with Nipsey. But even Duck, like for Duck, FBG Duck, ain't nothing. Like, man, it's up about Dolph. But if they doing it for Dolph, they really doing it for Dolph, man. It's crazy. Man, whole daughter got. I'm talking about it's crazy.
That was obviously a hit. Govan Hernandez made posts saying, I can't believe my lifestyle cost my daughter's life. Sounds like Orange Mound Quet, which was his nickname, aka Govan Hernandez, knew that his involvement. So I don't know nothing about Memphis, so I'm not dry snitching, and I'm just repeating the common internet lore, I guess. But if
common internet lore, let's go.
Dolph has some people that wasn't taking this line down and knocking off different people. None of them are in custody. Dolph's people are quiet. People don't really know who they are.
You don't even hear about Dolph
doing the work. I don't see stuff on the internet about them because they learn from the mistakes of Gotti's people, or they just know what they're doing more, or whatever. But who are these 2 guys? There are a lot of witnesses. There may have been a license plate captured on the video. If the Memphis PD has been dragging their feet so far, this is an embarrassment. This is on national news. People getting killed at a funeral. This sounds like Al Capone, mafia stuff. This our city.
Bro, the rap industry is the new mafia, man. rappers are the new mafia bosses or something, man. Like somebody gonna disagree. I feel you if you disagree because it seems like unorganized, but the way it's going down for Dolph, it's a lot of stuff going on. It's a lot going on, bro. And this is crazy because it's like I remember when they hit Dolph got shot like in Hollywood, somewhere like at the hotel in California, somewhere he got shot in the butt or something. Then turn around, they Swiss cheese his car. But I guess you can't say Swiss cheese because the bullets ain't go all the way through. He had a bulletproof, but they hit it. And it's like you just kept hearing about what was happening to Dolph, and you like, dang, Dolph, you don't really hear too much about what Dolph's side doing, you know. But then as soon as Dolph died, that's when I started hearing that Dolph might have got youngster brother knocked off or something like that. Like, I don't know, but it was more like Dolph just kept it in the streets. Like he'll say little stuff on wax, but not to the point where it was incriminating. I guess Yo Gotti did too. Youngster was the only hot one though. It seemed like Yo Gotti and Dolph. Dolph did more than Gotti really. Like Dolph ain't care, but he ain't. I don't feel like he incriminated himself. He more like just teased them and just like flexed on them. But Youngster was hot. Like he was on some drill music type stuff. Like he putting too much in the raps, you know.
You start to feel, the city leaders are going to the mayor like this is too much. Pressure's going to be put on the police. They're going to try to get these guys. That's for sure. It's hard to believe Govan Hernandez is not in custody. But yeah, so they were at the Bovan family,
He's
Eric
stuck
Bovan
on
funeral.
Govan
Eric
Hernandez.
Bovan. People are saying that's put up the money to start Gotti's career, CMG. What's that supposed to be called? Consolidated Music Group, but it was initially Cocaine Music Group, and people told him to change the title. Gotti has a reputation as somebody that really was getting money in the streets, though some people say that was Jook, who was the street guy. And maybe the Bovans did put him on. Eric Bovan was married to
I heard that recently too.
So they're related to the Bovans.
It don't even matter.
But the aunt was actually in Bovan's case. I found an appeal from 1993. She got 84 months, which is 6 years, 7 years for a drug conspiracy. Stuff was being run out of her house. So Yo Gotti and Jook's family definitely connected all the way back to the 80s to pretty serious large-scale cocaine dealing. Eric Bovan by 09.
That man look like Yo Gotti, bro.
His career started kind of taking off.
Yo Gotti look like him.
And Jook was his brother and his right-hand man, and he would have been a cutout guy. Now there's the conspiracy that if Govan Hernandez is going to talk, it would be that he would talk on Big Jook, and that Yo Gotti let his own brother get taken out. Because Yo Gotti immediately, he went to the funeral or the wake or whatever happens first, but he wasn't at the final event where they whacked Big Jook. I'm sure they would have got Yo Gotti too. He got on a plane to Atlanta, but that's because, as you know, if you live in a part of the country, big blizzard going on, the Memphis airport was probably going to get shut down, so he got out of there and got to Atlanta fast. Did he let his brother get knocked off? If Jook was handling everything, then now Govan Hernandez can tell on a dead man, Big Jook. Big Jook can't tell on nobody because he's a dead man. But Big Jook, Yo Gotti's brother's dead. Is this going to be the end of it? Are they...
Yo, now look, I was waiting for him to say that. This is the second theory that people running with, that maybe they playing the dead man game. I don't know, man. Like, that would make, I ain't gonna say that would make more sense, but that makes a lot of sense too. Like think about this, bro. And this is what I'm saying, so fucked up about the internet. Niggas on here playing with other people's family life, bro. Like, oh, imagine your brother getting murked off of some street beef, and then somebody like me make a video about somebody else saying that you got your brother killed because you didn't want to get the RICO. Wow, that's wild, right? But in the street, stuff do happen like that. It's a dirty game out there. That's wild. But I mean, we gotta look at it from all angles, bro. I ain't trying to be a detective or nothing. I'm just common internet lore. He coined it. You heard of that? What's his name? Al Prophet. You heard it from him first. Common internet lore. I love that. But it made me think about Lil Durk, like how many people was getting whacked. Boom, 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 boom. Then the person that got seen like they got the biggest hit done with Duck get whacked. Boom. And then the person that connected Dirk with the person that got FBG Duck, which was Von, the person D thing get whacked before Von. Or I don't know, I get it confused, but he get whacked like the brother. Same type of scenario. Boom, get whacked. Like Von would be Country Black, D thing would be Big Jook. You know what I'm saying? In this case, and like the Rico coming to them, and now they can just blame everything on Von and D thing. I'm hitting the mic. But you know what I'm saying? They could do that. Yo Gotti. All this stuff pop off. It's super hot, bro. Like it's dumb hot. Like it's scorching. And boom, Jook get hit. And then now everything can go to Jook, bro. Like that's crazy. That's dirty, but like you never know, man. You never know what it is out here, man. Like that ain't even gotta be no Illuminati type shit. That's just some mafia. Like, have you ever watched the mafia movie? Shit like that happens, bro. Like, that's some real mafia mentality type. You look, somebody gotta be. Yo, got it the official breadwinner the right way. He can get money the legal way, millions. Who knows, man? But I mean, I look, man. I hope they figure it out, man. I hate that it's like this right now, but this what we doing, man. We gotta go there. Entertainment, bro. But I would just say, man, don't post your Got It brother on your thing, bro. That's crazy. And I know y'all might be Dolph fans. I'm a Dolph fan, but that you're not on Dolph's team. Like Dolph don't know you, bro. So like just chill with the super disrespect. I get talking about it. These are famous people. This is what's trending. This is the algorithm. We all interested. I'm like, shit, if I'm wasting time out of my value, but they looking at it, I might as well make a video and try to get paid off of it. Just being real. You know what I'm saying? But like, I'm actually interested in this. I'm not just doing this to do it. Even though it's trending, like I'm interested in it. But that's an interesting theory. The only thing that made me question that theory is the mom being in the car. But she didn't get hit. But I'm just saying she could. The way they making it sound seem like she could have got hit and they didn't care. And the other part is Yo Gotti leaving, which makes sense because of the blizzard and stuff. But it's like he really came knowing how up it is. He really came to a place where like the family members not even on one accord. Like your sister don't even care about you. Why is she posting? Like it should have been hush hush. Like I get that he probably was loved by a lot of people, but y'all gotta do y'all own family thing and do that, and then y'all dip and then let the other people come or something like that. Like it should have been coordinated more or something, but that's what make it look like a back door. But then what make it not look like a back door is the mama being so close to the fire. But maybe she wasn't, but they, you can't let mama know I'm finna whack my brother. You know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy. So I don't know. I'm rambling. Let's finish the video.
Even? Does Yo Gotti want to be in Memphis anymore? Memphis, think about Memphis. Memphis, by population, is about the same size as Detroit, but it's a more country town. It's much more spread out. I looked up the population density is only about a third of Detroit. And Detroit's pretty burned out at this point. It's a very spread out large city. It's several hundred square miles. Might be 600 square miles, no, 200 square miles maybe, 300 square miles. I mean, like Detroit's a very big city, and I think Memphis is twice as big physically with the
passing by his car.
But I doubt if you can really hide. I mean, you see what's happening to all these people. There's been a lot of murders. This has got to be, they might be calling in the feds. The locals may be asking for the feds now because they need to put this to a stop. It's making Memphis look bad. They whacked Big Jook at a funeral. So Big Jook was at a funeral for his uncle Eric Bovan, guy who had sold a lot of cocaine in the 80s. We know he was selling prescription pills as of 09. Had a bunch of strokes from his cocaine use, which is what his lawyer said. So this is really the street life in a nutshell. Bad health from doing drugs all your life.
Bad health is crazy.
Everyone knows each other. There's family ties. I'm your friend, but I'm also their friend. We all went to elementary school together. I wouldn't want to be in no beefs in Detroit because, people know where I live. I know where they live. We know each other. L.A. is so big. You might be able to hide out or go to another part of town. New York, too. Even Chicago. St. Louis, Memphis, Detroit, New Orleans. You can't really be in those cities. I'm surprised those guys are there much, but You would think he would have had security.
Yeah, you think he
Now
would
that's
have
where
moved right,
the
bro?
Dolph
It's
conspiracy,
up.
the Gotti conspiracy part comes in. Maybe Jook did have security, and they were told to stand down.
Yeah, yeah.
People kill
I
their
don't
family
know.
members in the real streets if it's to keep them out of prison. I'm not proposing that. I doubt if that's what's happened, but who knows? So if you follow the standard theory that it was Gotti who had it done, he would have done it through Big Jook. Big Jook paid Govan Hernandez. Hernandez paid the shooters. No Big Jook, no case on Yo
They
Gotti.
just going
So
down the
rest
list
in
or
peace,
going
Dolph.
up the
I
list.
liked
Bop, bop,
him.
bop, 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 bop.
Nobody
They
rest these
skipped
guys. I'm
the
not wishing
shooters
death
though.
upon them, but more to come is going to heat up. At this point, if this was going on, Gotti better stay out of Dodge or do something. I was told Gotti got. Remember when Dolph got shot in L.A. at the shoe store?
Mm-hmm.
I was told Gotti got shot in L.A. too, not that bad, and they covered it up. No one knew about it. So
Mm.
this has been violent all along. It wasn't just over a couple rap songs. It might have started over that, but they've been.
It got real.
Someone told me Dolph spit on Gotti at an airport not long before Dolph got killed. That's probably, like, it's one thing to talk bad back and forth and then leave it alone, but you spit on somebody, they might say, man, that guy got to go. And Big Jook was probably in charge, but he's not in charge of anything now. Gotti should beef up his security.
He's saying Dolph spit on Gotti is crazy. Gotti getting shot. That makes sense though, because not the spit on part. That's crazy too. But that makes sense. Cause I like, dang, Dolph just seemed like he was getting just did dirty and he was just rapping about it. You know what I'm saying? He was just like, I ain't scared, but I ain't making no moves either. But now you hear like it was up. And apparently if this is all just response to Dolph, them people love Dolph, man. He went lying when he say they called Memphis Dolph land. He went lying, man. They took something that they probably should have just let make it, but ain't no he might have didn't have a choice though. Maybe Dolph was like getting the heel like, bro, I can't let that man get this powerful. He gonna really try to, you know what I'm saying? I gotta go ahead and and you still losing everybody, bro. You losing your brother, your big brother, somebody you know what I'm saying, and your mama was in danger. Just the thought of bullets going past your mama, bro, after you just buried your uncle, that probably was like one of your biggest inspirations to CMG is crazy, bro. Like that's crazy. And it's like the person that you wanted to get knocked off the most probably already gone. So it's like it ain't no more big fish you want to just hit. That's how I'm looking at it. Maybe it is though. But it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like it ain't no way this can end good, bro. It's only gonna get worse because you just tapping into like Dolph people and stuff, like innocent bystander that probably wouldn't have even like did nothing. Like it seemed like the people Dolph people hitting is people that had something directly to do with it. Or except for the daughter just got. But I don't know, man. Like, subscribe, share, comment, Oxcore reviews, man. This is unfortunate, man. It really is. It's unfortunate how such a tremendous, tragic act becomes our entertainment, becomes a trend on the algorithm. This is wild, bro. We living in some wild times, man. Um, man, when I make it, bro, and I get big, I'm gonna try my best to just stay out the way, though. I mean, I'm staying out the way now, but man, I just can't imagine scrolling down the timeline and all you see is, well, I ain't got beef like that, sorry, but like you seeing dolphin emojis under your dead brother, that's boy, that's wild, man. Stay off the internet, got it, man. Yeah, Oxcore reviews, man. We out.